In part 1, we saw how Rian began his evolution as an ordinary snake, but this time the story rises to a whole new level, because the world he faces is already starting to change. Mysterious energy is appearing everywhere, and something far greater is beginning to awaken. The story opens at a military headquarters. The atmosphere is tense. High-ranking officers gather, discussing strange phenomena they cannot explain. Surges of spiritual energy are appearing across multiple regions, and the impact is already clear. 3 cities have been destroyed by waves of ferocious beasts, and now the next target is the city where Ayu goes to school. In that city, chaos has already taken over. Not only the military, even students have joined the battlefield, including Ayu and her friend Reddy. They face a truly terrifying monster, the Mighty Rhino, a massive creature with nearly impenetrable defense. Reddy immediately summons his Cerberus. Meanwhile, Ayu is no longer weak. She now possesses a new power, a rank D flame lion. The battle erupts. Attack after attack is unleashed, but the rhino remains standing, as if it cannot be stopped. But Ayu does not panic. She observes, waits, reads its patterns, and in one crucial moment, she finds an opening. With all her strength, Ayu strikes the rhino's weak point, a single attack that determines everything. And finally, the monster falls. That victory changes everything. Ayu, once underestimated, now stands as a hero. Meanwhile, elsewhere, Rian receives a warning from the system. A new threat is coming, a wave of mutated beasts in Tianhai City, and this time it is far more dangerous. Rian thinks quickly. If he acts alone, it will already be too late. He needs help, and for the first time, he chooses to cooperate with humans. Rian finds an ice ginseng, a rare mystical fruit. He uses it as bait to lure the beasts out, and sure enough, the monsters begin to appear. Not long after, the military arrives and starts eliminating them all. Among the troops, one person catches attention, Mira, a support fighter with brown hair. But without her realizing it, Rian quietly takes Mira away. When Mira regains her awareness, she is instantly terrified. In front of her, a rank C snake, but it does not attack. Instead, it returns her communication device, as if it wants to communicate. With fear mixed with confusion, Mira follows Rian to a place called Sishan Cliff, and there, Mira witnesses something she will never forget. The sky splits apart. From the rift, creatures from another dimension emerge. Not just one, and even worse, they do not attack directly. They send armies, endless waves of beasts. Mira's report immediately mobilizes the military headquarters. Forces are deployed, and a massive battle begins. The fight is brutal. Humans struggle to survive with everything they have, and in the end, they win, but at a heavy cost. Amid the chaos, Rian is almost attacked, mistaken for an enemy, but Mira stops it all. She explains, Rian is an ally. He is the one who gave the warning, and for the first time, humans place their trust in a beast. Rian is then brought to the military headquarters, transported using their largest aircraft, a sight that feels almost unreal. At the base, Rian is interrogated by Director Wang, an unusual situation, because now the one being questioned is a snake. Rian cannot speak, but he responds through gestures, and one thing becomes clear: he understands humans. Rian is then placed in an artificial forest, given food, but that peace does not last long. The system activates again. A new warning appears from the Black Stone Desert. Rian requests a communication device, and General Li immediately deploys troops. Though there is doubt at first, everything proves to be true. The ground splits apart, a dimensional rift opens, and another wave of monsters emerges. The troops fight with no choice but to survive. Meanwhile, Rian gains what he needs: beast corpses, many of them. He consumes them one by one, and finally, the evolution happens. Rian advances to rank B, transforming into a black storm snake with the power to control the wind. And this time, he is no longer silent. The military gives him a translation device, allowing him to speak like a human. Now, Rian stands alongside the generals, not as a monster, but as an ally. But all of this is only the beginning, because beyond the dimensional rift, there is something far greater, something that has yet to reveal its true form. And perhaps the waves of beasts all this time have only been the opening act. And if that is true, then the real question is no longer whether humanity can survive, but who are they truly fighting?